So welcome to this module. In this module, what we're going to do is going to give you a 30,000 foot overview of the whole process about video shorts. Okay, and what I've called it is the video short marketing schematic. So it kind of goes through everything that you need to know. So first of all, we're going to create your video short accounts. Okay, secondly, we're going to create the actual video shorts themselves. And thirdly, we're going to redirect your audience from the video short platform onto the other platforms, which is how you get sales. Okay, so first of all, we're going to create your accounts. So TikTok, Instagram and YouTube Shorts is what we're going to be using. And yes, you can use Facebook Reels, you can use X or Twitter, and also Threads if you've got an account on Threads as well. So you can use those as well. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to set up 5 different accounts on each platform. 5 TikTok accounts, 5 Instagram accounts and 5 YouTube Shorts. Okay, and the reason we do that is sometimes when you put in your video short accounts together, some accounts take off and some accounts don't take off. Some get banned. You never know what's going to happen because they're very much AI algorithm based. Okay, so they don't always work on the best logic. Okay, so sometimes you can get some really successful sites and sometimes you can get some that just get closed down. So that's why we do 5. Okay, and it also, it increases our chances of videos going viral or certain accounts going viral as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Secondly, video shorts. I'm going to tell you a lot about video shorts and what I've learned over the years in relation to this. But first of all, there's a number of different video shorts that you can produce, and as I've put there, I put 4 of the most typical ones down. Number 1, repurposed long form video. If you look at my YouTube channel, I do a lot of long form video, and I do like to talk on my videos sometimes, but there is always really good information on there, really good valuable information that I can use. And when I do, I chop it all together and I use that in short form video. Okay, 60-second videos in most cases. Number 2 is skits. So skits is an opportunity for you to get your personality across, and again it can really add that know, like and trust value. Okay, so and again adding to your brand. So skits can be funny little things that you do, and it just brings out that creative side where otherwise what I tend to find with my long form video, it tends to be quite formal. Yes, I do put my personality across, obviously there is a personality of sorts. Okay, but skits and the shorts allow you to do that on a much easier way. Okay, number 3 is reaction videos. There are a lot of channels out there right now that are purely doing reaction videos, and these can be very good. What I would always say in relation to what we're doing is always have a positive spin on the reaction videos. Okay, and then what you can do is as your brand develops and as your audience gets to know, like and trust who you are, then you can give them more of what they want and more of what's working. Okay, so we're testing and measuring everything. And also the 7-second shorts. This is something that has developed more recently, where people will literally do a 7-second pointing thing or doing something in lifestyle or riding a bike, and it's really simple to do. So I'd recommend doing those as well. But essentially what I don't do, I don't just go for this one form or do this or there is no real set format to doing shorts, because one of the things I'm going to mention in a second is they're very much trend based. Okay, and you've got to be very much aware of that, particularly if we're going to build up a business for longevity. Okay, so I'm going to come back on that in a second. So number 3 is we're going to redirect our audience. So we're going to use the video shorts as the attractor. And one of the things about video shorts is for a lot of people there's a massive dopamine hit. They'll get on their phones and they'll just be scrolling through literally for 10-15 minutes, and a lot of people don't even realize or recognize what they're watching. Okay, so but they're really good for getting people to know us and getting the attraction, getting the attention of your audience. So number 1, we're going to redirect them from this video shorts platforms to long form video on YouTube. Secondly, we're going to be directing them to landing pages and also sales pages. But the kind of I've put those in the order of kind of preference and priority. So number one, long form video on YouTube is really where you want to be, directing your audience to for more quality information. Okay. So here's the big kind of overview. So we're going to create 5 videos every single day. Okay, so a lot of people, they say, how many videos have you done? I do 8 videos a day. Now if you're cutting up your long form video and you're putting it through certain AI software like video or video AI, then you can do that really easily. And I saw a post 2 days ago from doing this video of a guy that just produced 500 short videos by using this software. So it really works. But obviously you need the content initially. So, you know, doing interviews or doing some long form content is really beneficial and where you want to be. But as I said, you can use those 7-second videos or any of the videos that I've just suggested in the video short formats. But essentially what we're doing, okay, we're producing our video short content, okay, and because we've got 5 accounts on each, I mean, this is not limited to Instagram, TikTok and YouTube Shorts. However, what we want to be doing is, if we can leverage Facebook Reels, if we can leverage Threads, if we can leverage X, then yeah, by all means do that as well. Okay, but we've got one video, okay, which goes to our TikTok account number 1, okay, and TikTok account number 1 gets redirected to wherever. So each account gets redirected. Okay. The video short number 1 to the TikTok account number 1. Okay. The Instagram account number 1 and the YouTube Shorts account number 1. Okay. And we can go on from there. We can add it to our Facebook account number 1. I mean, I don't have multiple Facebook accounts, but I have multiple TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Okay. So what we're doing is we're repurposing one video to TikTok, to Instagram, and to YouTube Shorts. And when we do our video, we'll have a little domain name comes up at the bottom corner, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly what to do, and I'm going to give you the templates to do that. And we just change the domain name every single time. So instead of saying, you know, go to joinjohn.com, okay, we can say go to the domain name, or we don't say anything, okay? Because if we're chopping up long form video, it's just going to be talking, okay, and then suddenly the call to action comes up. Okay, so that's the way I do it. So there's the whole overview. Okay, let me just add something when it comes to doing video shorts, in that a lot of people, they jump on the trends bandwagon. They'll say you need these hashtags, you need this music because it's trending music, and you need to talk about this. Okay, the way I like to set up business is I like to set up my business for longevity. So I want my content to be relevant, not just today or next week or next month. I want it to be relevant for years to come. Okay, and that's where I want to be. Now, yes, you can get additional views by jumping on the trends. You can get you can make a video go viral by using trending music and trending hashtags. But how long does it trend for? Okay, you might get 10 million views, but then it might not be the right people. It might not be the right target for your audience. Okay, so here's what I do when it comes to doing shorts, and this is entirely up to you. First of all, I don't tend to use music. And the reason I don't tend to use music is because the music rights are licensed by the social media platforms themselves. Okay, and they're not transferable. So the music that you use on YouTube, you can't use on TikTok, you can't use on Instagram, so you've got to use their individual music. And the individual platform own the rights to that music. Now, if the rights to that music then get relinquished for whatever legal reasons, then that video is no longer played with sound, which is kind of pointless. Okay, so here's what I say. Whatever you do in your business, whatever you do on social media, make sure you own everything. Okay, otherwise you're at the behest of people that do own it. Okay, and they pretty much have control of what you do. I mean, one thing I will say is that whatever video, if you put a video on any of these social media platforms, it's away from your control, because that's the way the legality of it works. But put the odds in your favor. Okay, I did a video a little while ago, about a year ago when I first started doing shorts, and I it got banned, okay, because there was no music on it. But when I first said my first words, it came out like a note. Oh, okay, here we go. And that was deemed by the AI to be licensed music. That's the way it goes sometimes. That's how crazy it is. Okay, and yes, you can go and appeal it, but really, it doesn't really matter because they're not interested in you. They're interested in generating revenue for themselves. So that's what I do when it comes to doing video. Number one, okay, concentrate on you and concentrate on branding you and developing your brand and getting your audience to know, like, and trust who you are. Okay, there are so many people right now who are going, okay, let's have a look at TikTok, let's have a look at Make Money Online, let's see what's trending, let's copy everything on there. Okay, and that will work for a time. Okay, but are people getting to know, like, and trust who you are for you to stand out as an individual, or are you just becoming a carbon copy of the person that said, things I wish I learned earlier? Here we go. Okay, and yet you can do that to a degree. And I think, in terms of, what I mentioned here, in terms of creating short form video, you want to sprinkle some of that in. You want to sprinkle some of that, let me show you how to make money online. But don't just copy everybody, because people become numb to it. And there'll come a time, I mean, it's almost at critical mass now where, 2007 there was something like, was it 50, I don't know, I can't remember the numbers, but something like 50 hours of YouTube videos uploaded every minute, okay? And now it's like 10 or 100 times that, 500 hours. And these social media platforms, they get to a point where they go, I think we've got too much information, we've got too many videos, okay? So number one, what happens is the earning potential drops. There's no earning potential really on short form video. This is why you need to be directing people towards your long form video to getting your main YouTube channel monetized, okay, and adding to that revenue stream, okay. So don't think that you're going to monetize your short form video, because the likelihood is you're never going to do that. But we're creating affiliate marketing, sales and assets, okay, so it doesn't really matter that much. But when you get a lot of people who just copy, at some point, some of those platforms are going to go, we need to get rid of accounts. And this is what happens time and time again. It comes around in circles where if you're not an individual, if you've got certain content that they don't want on there, they will just close your account. Regardless of how many views you've got, regardless of how successful you may or may not be, okay, they will close your account if it's not in their interests. Okay, so put the ball in your court, put the odds in your favor when it comes to doing anything online, particularly with YouTube Shorts. Sorry, not YouTube Shorts, but just video shorts in general. Now, things with video shorts, they are what's the word? They are really beneficial. And like I said before in a previous module, I didn't want any part of video shorts, and as a result, I missed out. So don't miss out on not doing video shorts, but make sure you brand yourself. It's so important to do that, okay? And never have that fear of missing out. People think, oh, if I'm not copying somebody else, or I've seen somebody say you need to do, how to make money online, type in videos, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but you've seen my typing, okay? Now, if I produced a video to say, okay, you can do a typing job, and people look at my videos and go, this guy can't type for toffee, okay, what's his motivation for talking about a typing video? Yeah, you want to be careful, and if that sort of thing falls within your brand, and if it works for you, then do it, okay? But be genuine, be authentic, and be the person who you want to be, and let your audience know who you are, not by just copying everyone. Okay, so I hope that's kind of set the frame really for where we're going with this. For me, as I said, it's all about longevity. It's all about creating your own trends and creating a strong and loyal audience who watch you because you know what you're talking about. Not, they don't just watch you because the algorithm said, well, go and watch. Okay, he's got 10 million views, excellent. And you go, okay, how many sales have you made? How much revenue have you generated from those 10 million views? And you know, if you really dive into the figures, I think you'll be quite surprised at a lot of people. And also you'll be surprised at a lot of nonsense that people come out with. You know, I've got 10 million views, I earn 41,000 a month, and you go, well, actually you don't, because you're not actually monetized. So how does that work? You know, so this is what you've got to be aware of. So be genuine, be your authentic self, and that's really where we are. So I mentioned in a previous module that I'm going to show you how to do your uploads for YouTube Shorts and prepare all your videos using your mobile phone, which obviously is the best practice. But I'm also going to show you how to do things on desktop as well for people like me who are not quite as dexterous. So the first thing you're going to want to do, I mean, what I've got here, my phone is a Samsung Galaxy, and I'm using an app called Flow, okay, to connect my phone with my desktop. So it's nice and easy to use, and this is what I recommend you do as well. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to your apps. So I mentioned you're going to want TikTok, you're going to want Instagram, and also YouTube for YouTube Shorts, and you're also going to want the YouTube Studio. Now you can also, if you want to, you've probably already got Facebook and that sort of thing. You can use LinkedIn if you want to for your shorts. You can use Threads, you could use X, kind of whatever you want, but the main three, okay, for now are TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So go and get those, okay. Obviously you're going to want to go to the Play Store, okay, type in the search and download that in the usual way. Now the way that we upload the videos, we try and keep it as simple as possible. And what you want to do, if I've shown you this, you've seen this before, okay. So you've got all your different TikTok accounts, your Instagram accounts, your YouTube Short accounts, and what I do is I attach an email, a Gmail email to each of these accounts, okay. So it's important to do that, and you can do that on your phone, and it's really simple to do. So what I do is this. If I show you here, let me take that away. So here's Google, okay. And if you haven't got, I mean, most phones come with Gmail anyway, so and you need Gmail for all your apps. Okay, so what I've done, okay, if you look at this, these are all currently all the email accounts, my Gmail email accounts that I can log into. And what you want to do is when you've got your Gmail, simply when you log in, or when you try and log into TikTok, just use your Gmail as login details, and it's a lot quicker, a lot simpler to do. Okay, so the first thing I did is I created my first email, my first Gmail email. So make it identifiable. So every time you upload a video on TikTok, you know which account is which. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So all I do to keep myself on track is I just got a basic Google spreadsheet where I put all the details in of the accounts and where those accounts are pointing. So first of all, program is HBA. I'm going to put in the email, the Gmail email that it relates to, the password obviously, and also the platform that it relates to. So as you can see here, look, I've got JMCL Social 001, okay, JMCL1, JMCL Social 002, and that's how it goes on. The next set of emails that I've got is media, so JMCL Media 001, 002, and so on. So you just pick something that resonates with you, so at least you know what you've got. So we're promoting HBA, okay, so let me just show you how to create an account. And it's really important as well to create an account just for this, okay. Don't just go and use your regular email, john@johnmclaughlin.com or whatever it is, okay. Use Gmail and make sure you use it specifically for doing this process with YouTube Shorts. So I'm going to click on add another account, okay. We're going to click Google. Now sometimes Google limit the amount of emails you can have on one device, and I've probably reached the maximum. So you can, if that's you can use Yahoo or whatever. If you've got your own hosting, then obviously you've got unlimited amounts of emails that you can use as well, and I've done that in a certain case. So anyway, if this is your first account, we're going to Google, and we're going to go and just go and log in. Okay, so it's checking info. So we're going to click on create account for personal use only. Put that, and I'm going to put my details in. So John, and I'm just going to put my details because obviously we're branding ourselves. Okay, and again, you can type it on your keypad and it comes on your phone as is, so that's quite a good thing. So click on next. I'm going to put my date of birth in there, and let me just go and hide that. So yeah, gender, obviously male, and date of birth, I'm going to put that in. Okay, that's in. Right, so choose your Gmail address. So what you want to be doing is create your own Gmail address. So click on that. So what we want is something like JMCL. And if we go for short, JMCL short 001, okay, and we'll click on next. Okay. Now I'll put the password in. So I'm going to grab my password again. So okay. So review your account information. Click on next. Okay. So click on Express. No, I'll click on manual because this is preferences. So in relation to all the privacy settings with Google, you get all this sort of thing. So you can do whatever you want in here. Okay, so I'm just going to put don't save anything. Recommendations, don't save anything. Show me personalized ads. In fact, I'll put don't show me anything because we're only using this purely for shorts, so it's just for business use. Yeah, get the occasional privacy reminder. Click next. Confirm settings, privacy reminders. That's all done. This has changed since last time, let me tell you. Okay, and this is what you'll find. Sometimes you'll get changes to things, but in the main, most of the things are the same. Right, I'll see what's going on there. There we go. So if I go on to my settings down here, we should have, it will be in there. What happens if you've got a lot of different emails? I think it's 10. You can have a maximum of 10 emails where you can just click on there and it'll be on your phone. What you'll have to do is if you've got more than 10, oh there it is, look there, JML short 001@gmail.com. So what we need to do now, okay, is create JMCL short 002, 003, 004 and 005, okay, and then we just put those into our Google Sheet. So that's as simple as it is, creating those accounts. One of the things that didn't come up on there is to confirm your phone number. So sometimes it goes, can you go and confirm your phone number? And you want to skip that if you can. It may well have changed. It didn't come up this time, but it may well have changed. Sometimes Google will limit the number of emails that you can have, but essentially for this particular strategy with using just HBA, we only need 5 emails. Okay, so let's go and put that into our Google Sheet. So going back to our Google Sheet, what we do, go to the email, okay, programs HBA, the email JMCL short 001@gmail.com. There we go. Okay, let's make that a bit bigger so it's all nice and neat. And then all I do is I go 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and all we need to do is change all these and also create the accounts. Okay, so I also recommend pasting in your password. Okay, so I'm just going to put a fake password in right now, just so you can't access my stuff. So I've put password in there. Okay, And we'll do that for each. And what I always find is quite helpful as well is sometimes putting a link directly to your Gmail so you can access your Gmail accounts without having to log in every single time. If you're doing it on desktop, if you're doing it on your phone as a tether, then it's really easy. You just go to the account and you can click it straight away. But this is the best way. The best way to do this is just to keep yourself on track with these kind of documents. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to put together a domain name. Okay, we need a specific domain name for our individual account. So let's go and do that on the next module.